Thank you for joining me here for this very short guided rampage of appreciation. This is intended to be for a very short break, probably in the middle of your day, and you might not even be at your home. You might be at your workplace or at your school or in some other setting, and you've just thought of, oh hey, I want to do a rampage of appreciation. I'm not super good at them yet, and I want just a little more guidance until I really get the hang of doing this on my own, and I only have a few minutes time, but I want to do it now while I'm thinking of it. If that's you, this is the one for you. Save it so that you can refer back to it repeatedly. We'll have that for you in just a moment. So you want to do a brief rampage of appreciation. I like to begin all mine by taking a big, deep, cleansing breath. If you're around a lot of people, you might not want to make this too visual and too audible to where people around you would notice and think you're being weird. So if you do have the space where you can kind of do it in a big way, then I personally enjoy the way that feels, and you can try that out and see if it works for you. But you can also do it on a smaller level. So just go ahead and try that. In through your nose, out of your mouth. Let your whole body relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your body relax even more. There's all kinds of things around us at any given point in time. The fact that there's a ground or a floor underneath your feet right now, and that you can feel how it's supporting you. And if you're sitting, then there's a chair or a sofa or a bench or a seat of some kind that's supporting your body. And just notice that it's there for you. And just notice with gratitude how it may not be something that you thought was the most spectacular thing in the world before this moment, but imagine what your existence would be like without that floor under your feet, or without the shoes that are on your feet, or without that seat that you might be sitting on if you're sitting on a seat right now, and without the clothes that you are covered with. And what else is going on around you? What can you look at that you notice easily serves you, that if you stop to think about it, you recognize, yeah, you know, if I didn't have this thing, I wouldn't have the easy benefit of whatever it provides. Even if it's a pen and a piece of paper. I mean, isn't it great that you can write a note with that paper and that pen, or type a note in your computer, note to yourself or to someone else? What if you didn't have those things? It wouldn't be as easy, right? So, I mean, just really get presence to the ease that a lot of these things that we have thought were so simple provide to us. And just notice that with that recognition, there's an automatic sense of gratitude. Like, wow. Just breathe into that for a minute. And just feel yourself in tune with how wonderful it actually is that we have so many things that we've tended to just bypass because our brain just labels them as like not that big of a deal or so simple. We're always after the big stuff, but all these other things that we don't think too much about are very important. Next, start to think about different things about your body and how its functions serve you. Isn't it amazing that your heart beats on its own? You don't have to tell it to beat. You don't have to keep track of that. Your eyes blink on their own, and they keep your eyes moist, and you'll blink automatically without having to think. If anything comes near your eye, you'll blink and protect your eye from it. Notice that you can hear, and just think about all the beautiful sounds, the nice music that you might like to listen to, the sounds of birds. Even if it's a sound you don't like, they can be of benefit too. Sometimes a sound might alert you that, hey, I need to watch out for something. We may not like those times, but they're beneficial. And once we recognize the benefit to them, we can find a way to be grateful for them. So just go ahead and continue breathing for a few moments in through your nose and out through your mouth, and feel your whole entire body relax more and more each time you exhale. And now you can start to even realize the amazing job that your lungs do for you. Isn't it amazing that we have lungs and all of our organs? They're all so important. We don't think about them too awful much because they just do what they do, but they keep us alive. They allow us to experience this earth plane and this life. They allow us to enjoy and to experience all of the things that we would like to create in our life. But if we pay attention, they also allow us to enjoy and benefit, consciously benefit, from so many things that we already have around us. So just take a few moments and just allow your senses, whether it be your sight, your hearing, or even just your point of focus, where you're putting your attention to. At any given point in time, we can choose not only what we focus on, whether it be something we find pleasant or something that bothers us, but we have that choice to make, and that in itself is a beautiful and helpful thing to notice. That in itself is something to be grateful for. So go ahead, my friends, keep playing with this, and I'm going to keep making little break rampages of appreciation that will touch on different things so that you can hear different ones along the way and expand your ever-growing understanding of rampages of appreciation and expand your sense and experience of how they serve you, because as you do them more and more and more, the benefits that you get from them expand exponentially and they compound upon one another. Again, thank you for joining me here today. If you liked anything you heard here, please give it a like and subscribe. If you want to hear more about law of attraction type things, we will be going into parallel realities at some point, and a lot of various things about the inner awakening experience. So consider joining us here, and please feel free to leave comments or questions below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for joining me.